Welcome to another episode of Wine After Whines. This is Janay.
This is Najah.
And welcome back to another episode. Happy belated Valentine's Day to all the lovers out there.
Radio voice.
Or whatever. What did you Speaking of Valentine's Day, what did y'all do this weekend?
Are you trying to you ain't trying to throw no shade or nothing, are you?
No, I was like, oh, because your husband worked on Valentine's Day. No, I'm not throwing them.
That wasn't what I was talking about. I'm talking about because it's Saturday. I had that
Oh, because of what
margarita.
I wrote? Yeah, no shade, but go ahead. Tell the people what you did. And if you don't, I
No,
will.
nothing, y'all. I really didn't do much on I didn't do anything really on Valentine's Day. Because yes, like she mentioned, my husband works on Valentine's Day, and we usually don't do too much. He always comes after Valentine's Day and do stuff. It never fails. Like we make the whole Valentine's about the kids. We just bought them some chocolate and some paint. They painted pictures all day, so nothing special. But what about y'all?
Okay, so let me rewind. So Naja went to a Mexican spot on Saturday night, and she come hitting me up talking about, girl, I'm so drunk. Oh my god! And I'm like, girl, leave me alone. I'm trying to make a meatloaf. And then
That's literally how it went down too.
she come FaceTiming me, spilling salsa, drinking pictures, taking shots, just living her best entire life. Okay, so don't let the little cute face like whatever fool you. She out here. They out here. Her and her husband.
Listen, don't let Janae cute little face fool you, because she do it at all the house parties. I ain't gonna even say nothing else. But me, like we got rid of the kids for a couple hours, and we just like went to our Mexican spot and had a picture of margaritas for the first time. And I was like, I will never in my life ever get a picture with just me and my husband. Now I get a picture of me and my husband and another couple, and we splitting it 4 ways.
Mm-hmm.
But never again will I ever do that. I was like, whew.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
we kept it real low key. We didn't do nothing. We just hung out. Like you said, the kids was painting pictures all day today. I can't tell you how many Valentine's Day pictures I got.
Me,
I just
yeah.
just
And
so
then it's a lot. We did, but if you guys paid attention to our IG, you will see some stuff that our kids did. Her and her kids did vision boards, which was so cool. I really should have did that. And then I did Legos, which they got the little box of Legos and they built up what followed the instructions. So yeah, we made both of us made our weekends about our kids, really.
yeah.
Minus that margarita.
I didn't have no margarita, but I am sipping on a glass of wine this lovely evening.
Got that too.
So
Anywho,
there was a post about Valentine's Day. People always tend to like have something to say about Valentine's Day. Either somebody's really a Grinch about Valentine's Day, or somebody's really all into it, or somebody's not satisfied. There's always something about Valentine's Day, right? And I think this goes back to back in the day in middle school when you used to get candy grams and then you was waiting for somebody to send you one. Remember those? I think it
I
goes I think this dates back to that. Like when you was like, oh, like I didn't get one, or who sent you yours, or you got it anonymous. Yeah, so anyway, I just had to get that off my chest. I did get one like every year though. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know who was sending them.
remember. I got one too. We even did them at work at one
We
point, and I
did do
got a
them at
mad.
work. I don't know who sent them candygrams to me at work that one time.
Mhm.
Lord. Anyway, I think okay, I'll get into that in a minute. That's a whole nother topic. Okay, so this post
I
said,
probably know who it was, but that's
I think I know too. The post says, last Valentine's Day, I sat in a room with someone I love so much, trying to hold in the tears because they literally made zero effort not a card or nothing this year. Not a card or nothing. This year I'm single as okay, I'm single. And my mom bought me a care package, and my dad bought me a bottle of wine, Life Glow Up. And then the question is, would you be upset if your partner doesn't make an effort on Valentine's? I think that it kind of just depends on where you are in your relationship, number one, and also what you guys have already established and agreed upon as far as this particular holiday. I feel like if it means something to you, you need to say that. You need to voice those opinions so that your partner then knows, hey, this holiday means something special to me, to my partner. Like I need to do something for them. If it's really like you don't really care either way, also express that to your partner. But it all boils down for me to communication. I mean, it's been years where me and Drew didn't really care about Valentine's Day, and it's been times where we just like, girl, like we just want to love on each other because because it's Valentine's Day and it's just an extra day of love. Yeah, but it's been times where it's like I don't really care, you don't really care, blah 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 blah. So I think it just depends on where you're at. What do you think?
I think I'm the same way. Like it just depends on your relationship. And then like how much is invested in it. And then like I guess you can say what they did at the beginning versus what they did now. Depending like it's like you said, what they agree upon. I do know a personal couple who is going through that. The woman is very upset because she didn't get anything, but this person got her a real expensive gift a couple weeks ago. So it's like she's been on social media looking at her friends and they're posting their gifts and all of that. I just had this conversation with my with my cousins, and I was like, they were asking what did I get for Valentine's Day, and I was like, they was like, because you didn't post anything. I was like, I don't even post Christmas gifts. I don't post Christmas gifts, birthday gifts, none of that. So no, I personally, it just all depends on it all depends on the relationship and how they feel about it and what they're comparing y'all relationship to, because a lot of people are comparing their personal life to the next person's personal life, and that's the biggest mistake you can make.
Yeah, I rarely post gifts on social media as well because I just feel like it's none of y'all business. Unless I just feel led to just, oh, I'm just gonna post this. But I just don't feel like, okay, I don't know. I just feel like it was my gift, is mine. Like, I mean, or for people who are close to me, they might know, but like for my whole social media clique, like who I don't really talk to on a day-to-day basis, I feel like it ain't none of y'all business. So
Just because
whatever.
it's not their business. But to each his own. That's just me personally. I don't compare it to something else. So it's not gonna ever affect me like that.
Yeah. Look, guys, there are much bigger problems, much bigger fish to fry.
Sometimes they give.
Yeah, it is. So, I don't know if y'all remember, but a couple shows back, like probably season one or maybe early season two, I was complaining about Disney Plus not having the Black Cinderella Brandy on Disney Plus. Like I went on a whole little rant about it. You remember that?
Yeah, and I was feeling the same way. Like I remember even before you went on your rant, I remember searching it. Like first when Disney Plus first came out, I was like, "Oh, that's the first thing I looked for." Janae was like, "Let me look up Cinderella." Boom, they hit us with it. It ain't there.
It ain't there. Missing in action. I said, okay. But so I am proud to announce that this weekend, me and my kids watched Cinderella with Brandy and Whitney Houston. Girl, I got teary-eyed at the end looking at just because of Whitney. I'm like, cause she started hitting them notes, girl, and I was like,
beautiful.
She is not here no more. Like she was a fairy godmother floating in the sky. And I'm like, really, that's what she at. Like she just floating somewhere. Like I was like, oh, I got emotional. And watching Callie watch Brandy was the cutest thing. Like, yes.
Can't wait to watch it with my kid. I was supposed to, but I
Why,
didn't.
like specifically watch Soleil's face when Brandy puts on her gown and comes down the stairs. What, like I haven't I recorded Callie's face. I got a little bit of it. I'm gonna send it to you. She was just like in awe. Like, so she has this princess blanket that has the white Cinderella on it. But she was looking at the Cinderella and then looking at her blanket because she was covering up with it. She was looking at it and then looking up at Brandy and then looking, just it's just like, oh my God, it just touched me. I'm like, just being able to see that. And then the book that you sent her this weekend about the hair textures, like black hair textures and all of that. Like, look,
Wasn't
we had a whole cultural moment, huh?
wasn't that book everything?
Yeah.
When I read it to Soleil, I had like the next second, I was like, oh, we got to send this to Janay. I don't want her to borrow this. I want this to be hers to give to her kids. Like, it was just like, it just told everything about hair and how we need to accept it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
She
but
loved
that
it.
just made me
Yeah,
happy.
she loved it. So thank you again for sending the book. And just like you basically their adopted auntie at this point.
I gotta get find one for Jason. We'll talk about that. Um, but anywho, I'm gonna switch gears. I mean, that was beautiful, but I just want to say this real quick. Maybe this is a rant real quick, but F your old job. I just want to say that because you already know how I feel about that right now. And I know last show
You should read the message. You should look for the message that I sent you because you posted this picture in here to remind you that you wanted to say F my old job. I sent
okay,
a message, a text message with a picture of I don't even know what the message said, but it was a picture. The picture was the picture of when I first got all my work from home equipment, and then I placed it all in my little office space, and I took a picture of it, and then I sent you a message about it, and you was just like,
yeah, so she sent me the picture, guys, of all of her equipment. Because I remember because this is the second time I got this picture. The first time I got this picture was when she first got the job. And so she had to work in office for like a couple months. And so she was like, man, I'm just ready to start working from home. Because that was the initial thing, was that you were going to work from home and this would have helped you out with the kids and everything. And so it took a while and we was like skeptical. And then they finally was like, it's time. They sent her all the equipment from printers to screens to all of this stuff. And we were so excited. I was so excited for her. And then shortly after that, like I became part-time at home, like a part-time. I went to office part-time. I came at home. So we were like in this together. And then all of a sudden this BS happened where this pandemic come in and they ended up eliminating her position. So she sent me the picture again Friday saying, I was so excited when I got this picture. I mean, when I got this equipment and when I first took this picture, I was so excited. And I was just like, F them. But I said the real word, okay? Because it's just, emotional, like, oh, I think I'm just more angry than she is, or maybe she just takes it better than me.
It's just that I just didn't think that 2 years later that I would be packing up the same boxes to be shipped right up out of my house again. So that's what like it kind of came back and hit me because I found this picture and I'm like, oh, okay, well, this helps me know which box everything was in because I had the picture. But then it's like, okay, well, now I got to ship everything back off. But yeah, I had a moment. So we're going to.
Fuck that. All that stuff would have been in the garbage bag sitting outside my door, like, y'all need to come pick it up.
I wish. I wish.
Did I freeze?
A little bit.
Oh,
A little bit. But we're
is
gonna
anybody
move
back?
on to the social circle. Um, we're gonna go on a little bit of a serious note. Prayers up to Nicki Minaj. Her father, Robert Mirage, was killed in a hit and run crash. I'm not exactly sure when it happened. I think it may have happened on Sunday. He was 64 years old. The police are looking for the driver who fled the scene. So we definitely are going to keep her family and her in our prayers as they deal with this difficult time. I know I've never lost a parent, and I don't ever want to know what it even feels like to lose a parent. So prayers to her.
Yeah, I hope they find who did it. And I
Yeah,
was here in the United States. It was in New York. It wasn't in their home country.
right.
Wherever, I forgot where she's from, but I know it's somewhere in the Caribbean.
Yeah.
That's sad. I hate that. But
Um,
yeah.
another sketchy note. The update on the Trump on the Donald. So the senators voted to acquit former vice president, former president Donald Trump in his second impeachment trial. So he's acquitted. Um, he did write like a long list about what he's planning on doing. Like, it was like 2 paragraphs. I didn't feel like reading it, but he's basically saying that like he's not done. Like, he's gonna come back in some form or some fashion, and we haven't seen the last of him.
I know one of his things he definitely said was make America, like, mission, I don't quote me on this, but it's like mission make America great again is going to be back in full effect. What that mean, I have no clue. But like you said, sketchy. I'm just like, I actually talked to my husband about this. I was like, you're acquitted twice for impeachment. And so if you don't know technically what that means, is like he can run for president again. So he is like, because if you're impeached, you can't run for president again. But he can run again. So I don't know. I don't know. It's real sketchy because he was like, it was like 2 votes off or something. It was something
Yeah,
real small.
yeah, it was close.
So
I just
I
feel
don't know,
like
sis. What you think?
he just needs to go sit down somewhere. Drink him a cold beverage, maybe some Kool-Aid, the grapevine, I don't know, and just like sit down. That's it. Just put your 2 ice cubes in there, and just kind of like just kick your feet up. Just sit down somewhere, Work on the toupee, work on your skin, get that together. Like, raise your son, do throw a football. I don't know, just do some things. Like, just sit down though. You in your 70s. Shut
Girl,
up.
I don't know what to say about this man. I'm over it. I'm not like I'm over it. I'm not trying to be like so
Kind
nonchalant
of
about it,
over
but
it.
yeah, it's like at this point, I can't sit here and worry myself about something like this. We're gonna have to we ain't got no choice but to give Biden a chance. So let's just see what
Yeah, he in
Biden has to
office
offer.
now,
Let's
so I mean, boom. Gotta do
sit
what you gotta
down.
do. Okay, on to some
Just my
baby news. Onto some baby news. Someone is expecting, and it's not me and it's not Najah, but it's definitely Meghan Markle, who is
and that
and love Prince Harry. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are expecting baby number 2. So congratulations to the royals. I kind of like, Jace asked me the other day if we have kings and queens where we live, and I was like, no, unfortunately, we have presidents. So we don't have that. We're not cool like that here in America. But yeah, so I guess I'm gonna have to teach him about all that stuff that I don't even really know a whole bunch about.
do he still go by that title though, the prince? Because didn't he like denounce? I don't know how you use those words,
Yeah,
but
I don't know. Like, he was like, we just trying to live our own life, leave us alone. We finna go to America and chill out in LA, right? Kind
pretty
of.
I think they started with Canada and then they came down to LA.
Yeah, they're like, I'm not trying to like do these duties and stuff y'all got us doing. We trying to live a regular life. Like, look, I don't know. He got him a sister and they out here bucking the system, you know.
That's why I don't know with you.
You know, this what happens, you know. You get a little
But
color in your life.
well, you know, if you don't want to be like them, then get you a rose. Did I just change the subject like that?
What's a rose, sis?
Okay, first of all, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know. I'm not 100% sure what this rose is, but obviously my timeline is full of a bunch of freaks because Janay don't see this on her timeline. I have nothing but women posting about this little rose sex toy. I have heard that it is the most amazing thing. They said they will have this rose shoveling snow for them. They don't need no man. They got a rose. And it's just when I tell you, if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, because I don't really know, I just keep seeing it pop up. And then I do know people personally who got it. But they say it's powerful. It looks just like a little rose. It looks like it's like, according to the pictures, it's like about like that size, which if you're not watching, is like the size of a rose.
Do you know how it moves?
A closed rose, not a bud, but
petals?
like a closed rose. And I'm just,
Did the petals move?
I have no clue. Looking at this, yeah, I don't know. It's like a big hole in the middle. Maybe it's like a suction thing too. I have no clue. But these women are saying this little toy is everything.
So this one
I don't know.
is like, rule number 1, get you a towel. Rule number 2, don't grab the sheets or they're coming off. Rule number 3, take off your wig. Rule number 4, remember to breathe, B words. Rule number 5, don't say, oh my God, he ain't got to do with this. Rule number 6, tell them kids to mind their effing business. Enjoy your night, sis, because after this, it's F that N word, get on your knees. This is all interesting. I don't know if I want something that's gonna replace my situation I got at home.
I don't know. I definitely don't want it. No, I don't even want it to come near me. There's nothing. If it's my household is not broke, so I ain't trying to fix it.
Right. But if your household is kind of broke and you are trying to fix it, this is a great alternative. Try that.
She got a point.
Mm-hmm.
It's small and compact.
Small and compact in the purse. Do what you got to do. Moving on trying to fix things. We're gonna go to this Gorilla Glue girl update. As you know, we have been invested in this child for at least a week now, and now the thrill is gone. So she finally got the Gorilla Glue out of her hair, and every time I say I need to fix something, I didn't know I had Gorilla Glue at the house, but apparently my husband has Gorilla Glue in his toolbox. And I was like, out this whole time, I could have been over here gluing stuff. Like, what? So, yeah, anywho, that just brought me to that. But salute to Dr. Michael Obeng.
I think.
He is the Black man from Ghana who removed the Gorilla Glue from Tessica Brown's hair. This guy, just a little bit brief background about him. The doctor, he moved to the United States with $200. He then graduated and trained at Harvard Medical School, University of Texas Medical Branch and Midwestern University. And now he's just like the business. Okay. So I was more moved by the fact that I heard him speak about, oh yeah, so I just looked up the chemicals that it takes to make Gorilla Glue, and I got a chemistry background, so I reversed the molecules of this and this and this and this and this, and added some of this and whoop-de-woo, and took it out her head. I said, "Come on, Black man." Yes.
Come on. He came through, didn't he?
Yeah.
He knew exactly what chemicals to put together. Like it was kind of like a no-brainer for him. He was like, kind of like, she should have just came to me first. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. When he explained that, I don't know exactly what I watched, but I know I did watch him speak on it. Like she said, he told us how he put the components together. But I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm. And Tessica is
So
out here selling T-shirts. She got a GoFundMe. She verified on Instagram. She has now a lot going on, and he did this procedure for her for free. So she didn't have to pay for this procedure. She is riding this way. You gonna buy some of her merch, Najah?
writing good.
So now
Writing too good.
Naja's computer's freezing, so that long pause was not her trying to be funny, but I was asking you if you're gonna buy her merch. Wait for
Oh, yeah, my computer obviously froze. I didn't even hear it. But no, I refuse to purchase any merch. I'm not supporting a 40-year-old woman putting gorilla glue at that. First of all, I'm not supporting a woman who would put Elmer's glue in her head. No, I mean, y'all, I understand at one point, let me tell y'all something. She put up that whole Instagram post. Now it was a TikTok with the music in the background. So like it was like, dang, I slick do feel sorry for her. Cause now she in the chair, she like, it hurts as her cousin or sister was trying to take it out. So you like, dang, I do feel bad. But then it's like, I really was the one sitting there like, yep, nope. When I was in 12th grade, somebody knocked my mirror off my Pontiac Grand Dam, and I used Gorilla Glue back when I was 17 to put it back on. So can anybody tell me that you ain't know I ain't 40. I ain't even 35 yet. So I know better. Your 40-year-old bunch know better. I ain't got no sympathy for you. No, I'm not buying no merch. No, I'm supporting your GoFundMe. Get it together, sis. Use some hair glue. If you ain't had no got to glue, you should have stopped by the local Walgreens on your way to the party. Should be going nowhere anyway where your hair have to be laid down that damn good. And I'm done.
I can't take it. I can't take it. Okay. Tessica, we wish you the best of luck and we're praying for you.
She got so much sympathy for this 40-year-old. You want to move on to this relationship corner?
I cannot. Okay, so we're gonna switch gears. We're gonna get off of this social train that we was on. Corvette.
Y'all
Okay.
know I ain't got no sense.
Okay, so moving on to our relationship corner of the day. It says, this is a post that, okay, so let me give credit to where credit needs to be given to at this point, because I steal a lot of his stuff that he be having on here, and I just need to give credit now. So I have a friend named Quadre, and he be posting he reposts all kind of stuff on Facebook. And I'm like, where did he be getting this stuff from? Who are these people he follow? But anyway, so this comes from the book, as they call it. It says, so a man broke up with his woman for doing the Busset challenge after he asked her not to. Is he tripping for leaving her, plus not letting her do the challenge? Or was she tripping for doing the challenge anyway, despite what he said? So let that soak in, let that sizzle in your spirit, as Country Wayne would say. And then I'm gonna read to you the original post that this person replied to. It says, I think this was all about respect. He probably felt like the challenge was not tasteful and disrespectful to their relationship. As his woman, she's a representation of him. Therefore, she needed to show respect, so he was not wrong. And so my good friend Quadre said, The need for attention and validation has become such a staple in this culture that it has crossed into desperation. And um, I agree with this statement. I just feel like this. I agree with the initial statement that you kind of it's kind of like people are wanting attention so bad, and all of that. Okay, regardless of him asking her, I guess what's kind of got me a little thrilled is that the comments that I saw after this. So I saw some
Right.
comments say, um, some of the comments were like, social media is not, it shouldn't be taken that serious. It's not that bad. They were calling the dude a sap. They were calling him all kind of names because they felt like, this is just social media. It's not that deep. If his girl want to go show her behind to social media, then that's fine. They're taking it way too seriously, and that's when I kind of, because I initially I agree with the post. If your man be like, "Girl, don't put your butt on the internet," I mean, I'll be like, okay, well, he just got comfortable with me showing my behind on the internet with my friends and with his homeboys that follow me, his friends that follow me, his family possibly. He probably just don't want everybody to see his woman, which I agree with. But when I was reading the comments, there are a lot of women that disagreed with my initial thought, which kind of surprised me and shocked me in a way, because I was like, they were like, what I do on my social media is not really for attention. It's just what I want to do. I'm like, no, it's 100% for attention. That's what social media is for.
100%. It's 100% for attention. Especially if you're doing something, if you're doing something like the Busted Challenge, there are so many different ways to do it in a respectful way that you don't have to do it to where your man would even want to leave you. Now, like I was telling you when we spoke about it before, I agree with what you're saying, but I also want to know how the conversation went before he was like, "Hey, I don't want you to do it." Like, has she done stuff before that made him uncomfortable? Because if he just dipped out because of a busted challenge, then okay, yeah, that's. I mean, y'all could
I
talk
mean,
through that
I'm going to
unless she
have,
just
yeah, I think maybe there had to be something else. Like, there had
has
to
to
be
be
more.
things. Like she has to be doing, she had to been doing the busted challenge, the silhouette challenge, the dang on crybaby challenge, and she putting all this stuff on there. And he probably was like, okay, listen, I'm fed
Final
up.
straw.
Don't need to be busting nothing. And so I mean that's just my what I'm thinking. I'm not sure, like, but if he just left over that, then I mean
I think it's something very underlying that had to be going on for him to be like, okay, I'm out because
exactly.
of a busted challenge. But at the same time, okay, I've done the busted challenge. I've done the silhouette challenge. I've done the crybaby challenge. I've done all of them. Okay. But you guys will never see them. You know why? Because they're in my drafts and my husband has seen them. Because yeah, I thought they was cute too and I wanted to do them. And so yeah, I've done them. But at the same time, I am also a married woman and I know who's on my social media and I don't need my husband's friends looking at me. I don't need my husband's my in-laws looking at me. I don't want my friends looking at me like that.
Another thing I wanted to touch on, because you say you were shocked that a lot of the women, you was like, dang, I'm a little surprised that these women feel like that. I'm not shocked because they have this mindset now. It's like they're programmed for social media. Oh, social media is just something fun. We just doing it. Like he's stupid for leaving her. Nah, social media is reaching millions and billions of people, people overseas, people underseas. Like the junk is reaching everywhere. So you gotta kind of realize that social media is not just you and your friend group. That's what going viral mean.
Mm-hmm.
You can go viral for just wearing shoes with ashy feet. You know what I'm saying? They were like, and then you a whole meme. A
Mm-hmm.
whole meme. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, I'm not shocked at these women saying. I saw the comments too as well that you were showing me, and I wasn't shocked that they was acting like that. I think that they're a little. one track minded, yeah, but shock,
Yeah, they
nah,
was
not
like, this app gonna be gone. Like, why are you getting so mad over an app that's gonna be here today, gone tomorrow? Like, but the internet is forever. I mean, your stuff is gonna be out there. So, I mean, think about
yep.
that. Like, I don't know. I just and then like you made a comment. You was like, and they wonder why they single. And I mean,
I mean, you gotta realize that. And then when you do, and you single, but then when you do get a man, you like, he ain't ish, he ain't that. Well, I mean, you not bringing ish to the table either. Like, you out here disrespecting yourself, but people, I'm gonna let people see it how they want to see it, because they see some stuff not as disrespect. They see it as just them,
like
you
if
know what I'm
you
saying?
are a like if you are somebody who has an OnlyFans page and you are somebody that is an Instagram model or you have a pretty big following and those are the things that you have to kind of keep up with, that makes sense. But if you just regular Keisha down the street, you
Keisha.
ain't really gotta be, I mean, that ain't something you have to do.
Right, I agree. We definitely, we gotta just look at our, take a step back and look at ourselves. So, yeah, with that being said, y'all let us know. I mean, how you feel about something like that. I mean, I think this is a very, very juicy topic that can actually go further and see how other people feel about it. Me personally, I mean, if he respectfully asks me not to do it, which I'm not really into it anyway, but I don't know how to really work TikTok. So that's probably another reason I haven't done a lot of stuff. Um, then I'm not gonna do it. But you know, it is what it is. But moving along, guys, away from the wretchedness, we're gonna go into something a little bit more positive. We're gonna have a little Black history facts. I did not go real deep into history. What I am going into is somebody who's making history. His name is Lewis Hamilton. If you don't know, your sons and daughters might do know, he is a Black race car driver. You know, I know because my son loves race cars. I know he's only 4, but he loves it, and he do know who Lewis Hamilton is. He is Brit. He was born in England, so he has the a background that's not American, but I believe he does live over here now. He's been racing since 2008 all the way up to now. He's been winning first place championship. We have a brother that's out there on the NASCAR um a speedway, just racing. Like, you know, this is not our thing. So we actually have somebody, he's young, he was born in 85, so he's actually stupid young. I love it, and he's been doing it since 2008, like I said, all the way up until now. He races for Mercedes, so he's a spokesman for Mercedes. He races their cars, their fastest cars. He definitely does all of that. And he is somebody that my son at 4 years old is actually looking up to him. He has long hair too, so he said he has long hair like me. So he does. But this is somebody who's making history. He is history because he's been around since 2008 doing this, but he's making history, and let's continue to let this go. I'm not saying throw your kid in the car and make him a race car driver,
No,
but
but
I am
could be a
saying,
race car driver.
yes, he does. And it's like, it's something a little different than your average basketball and football. So yeah,
Mhm.
let's look into that for our kids, and let them know who he is. And he's an activist too. He is an activist. He is awesome. That was a little Black history fact for you guys.
Thank you, Naja, for that Black History tip of the week. So, um, my Janae's honest moment has nothing to do with me, honestly. It has everything to do with this thing I found online called the Cube personality test. So I was watching The Burt Show, which is a radio show that I tend to I used to watch all or listen to all the time when I was driving back and forth commuting. But now that I don't have a commute anymore, I hardly listen to it. But I caught them online today. And they were doing this cute personality thing, and I thought it was cool, so I'm bringing it to y'all. So there are like 3 or 4 different parts of this, but I'm only going to do the cube portion, and then because we can do the rest later, Najah, but for the sake of time. So I just want you to listen, and I know we're having like not social media, but a little technical like lagging. But thumbs up if you can hear me.
I
Okay,
can hear you.
good. Okay, so this was developed by a Japanese psychologist who wanted people to be able to gain quick insight into their lives and personality. So this will probably only ring true to you for where you are in your life right now, not necessarily where you have been or where you are going. This is just kind of like a right now thing. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so don't overthink what I'm about to say, and
Mhm.
take your time with each scenario with the scenario that I give you. And I know you're a very visual person anyway, so you're gonna visualize. Um, but I want you to imagine that you're in a desert. Okay, you have everything you need. You have water and all of that, so don't worry about like stuff, whatever. But you are in a desert, um, a very large desert. Okay, and sitting in the desert is a cube. I want you to imagine the cube in your head. I want you to imagine what it looks like, how big it is, where is it exactly? Is it buried? Is it on top of the sand? What is it made of? What does it look like? And just think about that. Now there are other components to this, but we're not going to get into those. But just think about your cube for a little while, right?
Mhm.
Got your cube in your head.
I'm a
Got what
cube.
it looks like.
I do.
Okay. So I want you to describe to me what your cube looks like. What is the size of your cube?
Okay, my cube is probably like this. About
Okay, for
that big.
those who are listening via audio, what is your cube? How big is it? Is it like medium sized or?
Probably like, yeah, it's probably like a medium-sized box. My cube is black, all black, and I have it sitting next to a cactus.
Okay, so is it more wood, marble texture?
No, mine is. It seems more like it's
Is it
black
rough?
cardboard,
Is
like a
it rough?
box
Okay.
paper.
You said like cardboard kind of?
Smooth.
It is smooth?
Mm-hmm. It's smooth. It's nothing rough.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, so so I'm gonna explain to you about the cube. Cube
Okay.
represents you. The size of your cube represents your ego. Okay. So you don't have a huge ego, which is good. So it says if your cube was smooth or soft, you're kind hearted and passionate, but you can sometimes be a pushover. That rings true. If it was rough, um, you're straightforward and honest and sometimes too overbearing. I don't think that's you at all. Um,
Mhm.
it says I think you said it was light or dark, and it says that's how heavy you feel with your burdens. The darker the cube was, is how heavy things weigh on you.
Wow. Who
And
is
I
this
know you,
Japanese man?
huh?
I said, who is this Japanese man?
Right, and I know you, and I know this sounds pretty accurate.
Wow.
So, and it got some more information about the cube and stuff, but there are other like things that they have you do that tells you a lot about yourself that me and you can just do later. But
Yeah.
isn't that pretty cool?
OMG, Janay, I like that.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I need to get me like a baby blue cube eventually. So it'd be okay. I just was saying because I don't want to be dark.
You carrying too much care, friend. That's all that is. But we've talked about that. We already know that.
Right.
Yeah.
Ooh, look
But
at
yeah,
you.
so for those of you who want to try this for yourself, just type in Q personality test online on Google and it'll pop up for you.
I like that,
Try
y'all.
with your friends and family.
We're gonna discuss your cube later. Don't look off to the side. Ain't nothing over there but a window.
What you got?
See how she do me, y'all? All right, my knowledge with Najah. I told y'all I'm gonna turn this junk into a call Rant with Najah. So y'all, I know y'all been seeing this video online of this older white woman. I don't want to say older, this old decrepit white woman
Oh,
spitting, I believe it's food, some type of food she have in her hand on this black caretaker woman. And so I just was like, I know some people were defending her saying she has dementia, this and that. Mm-mm. My grandmother has dementia. And with that being said, when you have dementia, a lot of times when you're capable of doing things like that, you go back to feelings you have. Those are feelings that you possess inside of you, or stuff that has came from your future, your past. So for her to take that, I know a lot of people are like, man, she's just sitting there taking that. Yeah, I felt the same way, but then I'm like, okay, she's a kind-hearted person probably, and she's trying not to hurt this woman. Granted, if it was me, she might have been falling down a flight of stairs, but that's not the point. This isn't about me. This is about this black woman. But I'm gonna switch gears again, and another video has surfaced of her dancing with this woman. I don't know if you've seen the video, Janay, about the facial expression you haven't seen.
but I saw a comment about it, but I haven't seen it.
So a lot of people were going in on her about this video of her dancing with this woman. They both had wine glasses in their hands. She showing her how to do these Caribbean dances. Yeah, they was getting it. But and then a lot of people went in on that. And I know Godfrey, I don't know if you guys know the comedian Godfrey, he goes in on stuff like this. He went in on it, then he came back with another video because she personally DM'd him saying that video was before this situation. But I still want to reference the first video, like, no matter what it was, you're recording this for a reason. This has probably happened to you multiple times and you wanted some type of proof. That's just my opinion. I don't know. But what I do know is I don't care if I was just dancing with you with a glass of wine in my hand. You spit on me. And that is like the ultimate disrespect. You got to make some moves. I mean, I know my grandmother can be very, very mean when she comes to her caretakers as well. They come to her house and she's very mean to them as well. But what they do is they don't leave, like they'll go to their car, they'll call my mother, call my aunts or uncles and let them know what's happening. And then granted, my mother's not up in Michigan with them, so she can't rush there, but she'll call and they'll get over there. You got to make something happen. I'm not going to sit there. I refuse to take disrespect like that. So I don't know. Like I said, I really still want to see more on this story.
You know if she's still taking care of her?
That's what I don't know. I don't know.
She posted it on social media. It seemed like she was documenting it at first to send to the daughter so the daughter would know what she was doing. But I wonder what led to it being put on social media in the first place.
I wonder if it was, did she record it via TikTok? Because I know on one of the videos I saw TikTok, somebody could have moved it over, you know.
I doubt she did it on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm just like, whew. So how it got out, I'm not quite sure.
I was sad watching that video.
I was very sad. A lot sadder than I was watching Gorilla Glue Girl. Had a lot more sympathy for this one. A lot.
I was just like, she must be getting paid real good to sit around there, and this just must be like her only, she must can't get another job. That's all I was thinking, because I would have definitely slammed that little lady. Press on her little oxygen tank or whatever she had.
Something would have happened.
That thing, you know how you have to.
And just watched her, because I'm not that cruel of a person, but I don't take kindly to disrespect, especially something like that.
Yeah,
she would have got a backhand or something.
The back and all kind of stuff. My thing is, I don't know much about dementia to speak on it like you do, so I can't say much about it. But I do know it felt like she definitely knew right from wrong because she was just like, just the way she was acting. Like, I don't care if you call her. Like, I don't care if you tell her, but like, get out of my house. Like, I don't know.
Very nonchalant.
Yeah.
Very nonchalant. Yeah.
I
Mhm.
just,
I personally can't defend it. I know a lot of people are like, "Yeah, she got dementia." You people don't know about dementia. I do know a little bit. So,
yeah.
but that is what it is. Whew, we gotta get this together, guys. We can't deal with that disrespect.
No, and it felt even worse because of the colors of skin.
Exactly. 100% worse. Like, no joke.
I bet they wouldn't let no black caretaker, no black dementia patient treat a white caretaker that way.
Boy, she would have been drugged. Being honest. Just keep it
Right.
real.
Anywho, well, that was yeah. Girl laid it on us. Um, but yes, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Wine After Wines. We apologize for all the technical difficulties and glitches and stuff on our end. Sometimes technology is not on our side, and sometimes it is. But thank you guys for rocking with us. We appreciate it. You guys have an awesome, fabulous week this week. Enjoy the tail end of this February, and remember to smile and be nice. And
Don't spit on nobody.
don't keep your food to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself too. All right, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.